right. I think you waited enough. Yo, what's going down? What's going down? Hello, folks. My name is Ryan. I am the trubeleafer, as I'm sure all you guys know. Tigo, was that how you say that in the chat? I like that. Lauren, City Boy Falcon in the house. What? What's good, Freddy haters? Right. I like that. Mateo, welcome. Come on in. Let's pile up here, okay? What a game, eh? Can't go wrong with that. Where are all the Marner haters? Hey, where's all the Leaf haters in general? You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, guys. I still don't want to go completely, ape, over this. You know what I mean? Great to get the win, right, Sidley? Right? Great to get the win. And guys, this is something I've been asking for years. I've only been doing this recently, right? I've only started doing this in the last little while. But as a Leafs fan, the thing I've been asking for the past 5 years, since all the young crew joined and we started the whole new generation, okay, as I asked them to start being comfortable with a 2-1 lead. You know what I mean? Because it seemed like for years now, a 2-1 lead, any kind of lead wasn't safe, right? McGrath knows, he's in the chat now. What's up? Any kind of lead has not been safe with the Leafs in the past. You know what I mean? And that's gotta stop. You need to be comfortable with that 2-1 lead, especially late in the game. Be comfortable, box them out, grab your defensive positions, right? And just hold the fort, right? It got a little dicey there, didn't it, guys? Winnipeg almost came back into this one. And as I said in my post today on Instagram, like, all the respect to them. They fought hard. This is not an in-your-face win. Haha, you suck. We're awesome. This was that was quite a game. And, we came around with this one. So let's not get too crazy and, make them feel bad about it, right? Where did Martin learn that hip toss? I like that. I don't know, man. Everyone's into MMA now, right? Everyone's into MMA. So yeah, this is what I've been saying, man. This is the kind of team you need to be to win a cup. Okay, I'm not saying this is a cup winning team. Relax, but I'm saying that this is a quality you need, one of many, to win a cup, and that's being comfortable with a one bottle. I just saw. Sorry, man. You need to be comfortable with a 1-goal lead. All right, whether it's 1-0, 3-2, whatever. And the last 2 nights, it seemed like they were able to hold it up confidently. I mean, those penalty kills alone tonight were pretty stellar. I mean, I love in hockey when you're at a game and a good penalty kill goes down and it gets a standing ovation. That is when you know you're in a hockey town, okay? You want to know if your city really understands hockey? If it's a 5-on-3 especially, but any kind of power play where you're getting owned, but the boys hold it together, you know what I mean? Force all the shots to the outside, making sure that Winnipeg can't get an opportunity on the net, not a real one. And even when they did, Freddie's coming up huge. That's a penalty kill that would get a standing ovation if that place were full tonight. You know what I mean? And that's, I think, really important. That's what they've been missing. They've been all offense, which is, that's great to watch. And there will still be times where they'll light it up for 5 goals in a game. I promise you. They score goals. These guys can score. All right? But there's nights where they're not going to be able to. And if you can't play to win, only scoring a goal or two, you're not playing the game. Right? You're going for stats. You're acting like it's NHL 21. It's not. Okay? In real life, you need to be able to hold people off sometimes. And they did it tonight. I was really impressed with that. That's my main point for tonight for sure. Okay? Is that I was finally wanting to see that. And I got it now 2 times in a row. It's still so early, right? We don't know where this is going. But that's the kind of hockey I hope they play for the rest of the season. Right? Like I said, they'll get ones that are going to have more goals for sure. Right? I mean, you got Marner looking beautiful out there tonight. You know what I mean? You got Tavares is looking good. You got all of them. I mean, I'm really happy with how everyone's playing right now. Because even when I see a mistake, I'm like, yeah, but look, they worked hard after that mistake. You can see them going like, that's my bad. I can't let that happen again. And then go out and try even harder on the next shift. So that's what I like saying. That's what I like seeing. McGrath's got to head out already. All right. Well, no problem, man. I understand completely. Don't worry. A lot of you guys, man, you got school right now and stuff like that. There's things going on. So, like, it's all good, man. For those of you who don't know, McGrath is like an OG, man. He was around in the YouTube days. He's coming back around now. So, respect to you, bud. All right. Yeah. So what are you guys saying then? Huh? How do you guys feel about that? Is that a game that you find exciting? Is that a game that gave you, nervousness throughout the whole game? Look, guys, I get nervous too. Okay, when I'm watching the games, right? This you see right here, this is after the game. I get a moment to calm down, and then we come live, right? But like, you know, when I'm watching it, I get nervous too. And when I see a 2-1 lead, I'm like, the Leafs of old, the Leafs of old, the Leafs of old are going to give this up. You know it's coming, right? You have that feeling, and you can even see it coming, right? Not tonight. Not tonight, not last night. Last night, I really felt they were going to hold through on that win. It looked like they were doing the right things. And tonight, same thing. Back-to-back nights. Well, back-to-back games, I should say, sorry. Yeah, Tavares is heating up. I think so. You've never seen the Leafs play this well together as a unit. Yes, exactly. That's what they've been missing. You know what I mean? They've been putting too much pressure on having to always be attacking, that as soon as they lose the puck, it's like they don't know what to do. And you really got to be able to communicate. You get what it is you got to practice together and get it there, right? You know, when you're vibing off each other in practice, it means when you go out there, you already know where everyone's going to be, and you don't have to worry so much about where so-and-so is going to be when you're rushing in off the wing. Or like if you get stuck behind the net, you know where so-and-so is going to be. Maybe they don't go to the hash marks. Maybe they go a little bit wide to the net, and it becomes a rhythm that they just flow off of each other, right? Very harmonious. And that's what I love about team sports. That's my favorite part, all right? I love a good solo play as much as anybody, right? And at the right time, they're legendary, right? When one guy single-handedly destroys a team with one move or something like that. It's great. But I love watching my team be a team. It's the best part when everyone's vibing. It's not one guy having to get you through because everyone else sucks and they're letting in 3-4 goals a game. It's the team is working well, boxing people out, right? Controlling. Oh, jeez. What's up, buddy? So yeah, thanks for following the chat, and thanks for that as well too. Those are my alerts, man. They scare the crap out of me every time. So feel free to set them off as much as you want. All right. Let's crank this up a little bit here too. I'm missing out on the tunes a little bit, I think. You know what I mean? I've been told I say that a lot. I've been told I say that a lot too. I've been told I say, you know what I mean, a lot. Yeah, probably. Guys, I can barely speak. You know what I mean? On this thing. I don't know why I thought this would be a good idea. I stutter and stumble throughout the whole thing, right? And yet you guys are cool enough to come out. So you're the real heroes. You're the real MVP. All right? Thank you to you guys. So Tigo, thanks for that as well. Yeah, goosebumps in the dying seconds on that penalty kill, right? Like, that's what I'm talking about. We have past trauma, all right? From seeing too many leads disappear. We've seen it. We've seen it for years. Even before this generation, the last generation of Leafs had the same problem. We kept seeing leads disappear and rankings in the stats, rankings in the season disappear. I mean, that's what we see. It's what we get used to. So when you see our team up 2-1 late in the third and having to kill a penalty, you're just like, here it is. Here's the thing that we've been dreading the whole time. But you know what? It's not. It's not. And it doesn't have to be. You know what I mean? And I think the Leafs need to remember that too. I'm sure whatever we feel as fans, seeing that past trauma, right, come back and haunt us, right? Still thinking of Game 7 against Boston the first time around. You know what I mean? This is the stuff that we still carry with us as Leafs fans. I think even new players to Toronto, right? A lot of them are Toronto fans, first of all, playing right now. So they've been following along whether they were on this team or not. And don't tell me when you get to be in the NHL, you might play for Philly, you know, or you might play for San Jose. You know what I'm talking about here, right? But you're looking over at Toronto going, well, if I can't win, man, I hope they win, you know? And they've probably been thinking that, and now they're here. So there's all those past memories for them too. They've seen the collapses. You think Thornton wanted to see Toronto lose in that Game 7 against Boston originally? Probably not, because I don't think he left on good terms with Boston, if I'm correct. I could be completely wrong. I'm starting drama for no reason. I apologize, Thorty, all right? And yeah, you guys know what I mean. That's what part did you want to clip? Sorry. Oh, what, the freak out part? Oh yeah, dude. I make clips of them too. It's hilarious. That's what I say. All the alerts, all the bits, stuff like that. It's all super loud in my ear. I heard there was a way I can set up like a soundboard, and I might do that too, so that you guys can use your bits to like mash away at that. Especially when we're playing the video games, Tigo. All right. When we're playing the video game, you're able to do that while I'm playing too. And the guys in the chat, I mean, ask anyone who's been here. They have more hockey boy will tell you. You know, they have a kick out of trying to scare the crap out of me when I'm on a breakaway or something like that. I do too. I think it's hilarious. So that's how we do it here. All right. And speaking of more hockey boy, he's saying Thornton's looking like he's been fitting in well on the first line. Yeah. First line, third line, I don't care. I didn't expect him to be in any one place in particular. He's old enough to know his role, which means what the coach says, right? He's been on Team Canada's, right? Correct? If I'm wrong? You know, when you're on a Team Canada, when you're that level of Canadian hockey player, let me tell you, there's something that goes along with that. That's an understanding that, like, when your country calls, you put your ego aside. It's very militaristic. I don't know what it is about Hockey Canada, but they run like an army almost, right? And there's this honor, this prestige that goes along with playing, right? So when you get guys like Crosby and Bergeron and guys like that all together on the same team to represent Canada, let me tell you, there's no ego trips there. There's guys that are starting centers on their team, right, in the NHL. When they play for Team Canada, are the fourth line center, fourth line left winger. All right, they're not even a center. And they take it proudly because they're like, yeah, I'm here to win. You know, there's something that's awesome about that, like if a team in the NHL feels like that, watch out, they're cup contenders. I don't care who they are, right? Any team in the league, if they can turn on that mentality of like, it's an honor to be here, right? And I'm going to do everything I can. If I got to be fourth line, first line, whatever, left wing, right wing, you know what I mean? Selling hot dogs. I don't care. I'm in it for the ring. I'm in it for the cup. Let's go. You know, if you get a team that believes that, with NHL level talent, even the worst team in the NHL is going to be a dangerous threat. So it starts here. And we have no idea of ever knowing what's going on with our boys here. You know, we don't. They're people that got lives, right? Things get in the way of playing hockey. They're totally expected if you actually knew what they were going through, but we don't. Nor do I want to know. I don't want to know. Let them have their lives, right? But man, it's looking. I don't know, maybe the new additions, right? You know, our new guys, again, Toronto fans, you know they are. Want to be here. Spezza. Oh, let's talk about that for a second. You guys didn't even bring up Spezza in the chat. Got put on waivers, so I got a little worried. I know you guys were telling me that was like due to contracts and stuff like that. I hear you. But Bell got picked up, didn't he? Yeah, Bell got picked up. So, I mean, could have happened to Spezza just then. It really could have. But I think his agent kind of put it out in the league amongst all the GMs. He's basically like, if you pick me up, I'm going to retire. Just letting you know. I only want to be a Toronto Maple Leaf for as long as I'm still playing. And if you try and pick me up, I'm just going to retire. So, you know what I mean? And then he could have just retired and then come back the next season with the Leafs anyways, if he really wanted to. So, yeah, but they put him back out. He's out there playing tonight. I don't know how they did that. I don't know how contracts work. I don't know how Dubas works his magic. I don't know how they bury salaries and whatnot. But boy, I love that Spezza guy. I always did too. That was one of the sad things. It seems like when the Leafs are at a hot rivalry with somebody, right? When it's really intense, there's always one player on the other team that I'm like, damn, though I wish we had that guy. You know, for Montreal for the longest time, it was PK Subban. I love that guy, and him together with Carey Price, I feel like are an unstoppable pair. But Ryan, how can you have a pair when it's a defenseman and a goalie? They don't even play together at the same time. Yeah, nah. Trust me, defenseman, okay? If you are in the head of your goalie and he's in your head, you guys get each other. It helps so much in 2-on-1s alone. In 2-on-1 situations, you'll know what to do and he'll know what to do, and you guys will box him out accordingly. They still might score, but at least there was no confusion of who you got and who they got. All right? Same thing with 1-on-1s, all that stuff. So, yeah, I thought those guys were really good. And Ottawa, for me, for the longest time, it was Spezza. You know, during all those, I think some of those Alfredson years and stuff, I hated Ottawa. You know what I mean? Oh, they were driving me nuts. But, you know, they got Spezza. And I'm looking at this kid, when he was a kid, being like, man, he seems so nice. I would just love to have him on our team one day. And here we are. It's 2021 and things are crazy. All right, things are crazy. What else you guys saying, man? Posting compilations to that on YouTube. Oh, dude, Tigo, if you don't know, man, you should check my YouTube thing. It's up here somewhere, isn't it? It's up here somewhere. One of these things. I always get my hands mixed up. It's one of these. Go here, man. I got videos. We got gaming streams. We got it all, man. Trust me. Come on out. You're welcome, Tigo. I hope you do come out. Tigo Gratsky. I like that too, by the way. And Lauren, you're saying what? Hope Marner keeps this fire up. I can dig it. Oh, you said I could dig it. Yo, I say I can dig it. You don't say I can dig it. I say I can dig it. And now you say it too. So you're meant to be here, man. You're meant to be here. Because I can dig it. Dig it? Yeah, you always love Spencer in his prime. You know what I mean? So so do I, man. He was awesome. You know, and even on Boston right now, currently, well, for the past few years, right? Bergeron, he's getting captaincy in Boston. I really am happy for that dude. You know, I'm really happy for Bergeron. It doesn't matter what I'm wearing here. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. I do say it a lot, eh? Anyways, when he puts on his thing and he goes out there, man, I want him squashed. I want him squashed. Not hurt, but like mentally squashed. Just, you're done. You know what I mean? You can't battle anymore. You got nothing left. It's all done. That's what I want. But when he takes his stuff off and he gets to go home, I like to know that a guy like Bergeron, who seems like a very classy player with a lot of talent, plays the right way, you know, plays the Canadian way, so to speak. The traditional, you know, good old boy kind of like have respect for the game kind of way. Unlike his boy Marchie down there, right? We know what he's up to. But I won't get into that rant. We'll get into that another time. So that's all I'm saying is that, you know, if you're a real fan of hockey, more so than just your team, there's rivalries, yes, and you hate those teams. You never want the team to do well, but you kind of hope something nice happens for that player or this player, you know, the good guys. Yeah, and Hyman reminds you of Bergeron a little bit, probably in his attitude, right? Yeah, good old Canadian kid. And I mean that in the way that, like, not anyone over 50 means it, okay? I mean it in the, like, the naive way, all right? Of when I was a kid growing up, I really felt like hockey was the most inclusive part of my life. It was the only place, like, I had friends at school, guys. I wasn't antisocial, right? I have friends, always have. I got friends right now that are, like, I'm still friends with since high school, right? So I got no problem, like, having friends. But hockey always felt nice that you never had to worry about even talking to a person on your team. As long as when the time came, they did what's right for the team, and so did you. And you look at each other with that understanding of, like, we're in this, you know, whatever this is that we got on, you know, we're in this now. You're on my team. I'm on your team. Let's do it. Hockey to me was one of the most inclusive things ever. And I always loved that about the game. It's what I still love about the game. It's why you guys are all here, you know, and I'm here. This is why it's happening, right? So on that note, right, it was MLK Day, right? And they did the whole special at the beginning of the game there. And that was good to see, you know, not to mention Willie O'Ree is one of my, like, best cards that I ever had in NHL 20. Did I say his name right? I really hope I did. But that's what I'm saying. To me, that's what hockey's always been about. So I wish well-being to all players in the NHL, right? Like their physical well-being. I hope their careers go well. I don't want anybody getting hurt. Seeing Laine be hurt tonight, like that doesn't bring me any joy. You know, would they have gotten the win with him? Quite possibly, right? But maybe not. We'll never know. That's not the point, right? The point is it happened. He's out. And the Jets got to find a way to win without him, right? So instead, you know, he's going to be sitting up in the stands, looking down on the ice, you know. And I'd rather beat a guy, like I'd rather our team beat a team with their best. So that's what I mean by the good old Canadian way, right? That's what I really mean, right? The good old Canadian way is, man, you want to crush your opponents, but you also want to, like, have respect for them, because in the end, you're all a bunch of warriors, man. At any level, you're going out there with blades on your feet, son. Do you understand that? These are weapons, okay? You got another weapon up in here, okay? And you're all flying around faster than you ever can on your feet, even at the beer league level. You skate way faster than you can walk, you know? So there's a certain level of trust that has to happen in a hockey game. I mean, that's why things get out of hand. That's why there's fighting, because guys take it too far sometimes in the sake of trying to win. And sometimes you got to check them. I've never fought anybody, so I'm not going to act like a tough guy here. But I'm also not afraid of the guys in my beer league, right? I'm not going to go out there and be afraid of them. And if someone's pushing the line, we as a team will say something about it. We absolutely will. Because you got to check each other sometimes. There's a respect level, and that's why fighting is in hockey, right? But yeah, it's always been about the respect. I just love it. I don't know, it's so weird. It's so weird. I can't, if you don't know it, it's hard to explain it. I'm telling you, I don't know if it's there in football. I don't know if it's there in the NBA. You know, they all seem to be disrespecting each other a lot. I don't know if anybody saw the Titans-Ravens game there a couple weeks ago. You know what I mean? You got the Ravens stomping all over the Titans logo in their own field because they were winning and like they had officially won pretty much. There was no way they were going to get stopped. Too little time on the clock. But you know, they got that, and you got you know, baseball bat flips, and you got guys like walking over each other in the NBA. You know, Ryan is always fighting the parking lot. Yeah, trust me, I get my clock clean. Look at me, dude. Look at me. Do I look like? Listen to my voice. Is there anything that sounds tough about a voice like this? You think I'm going out there fighting anybody? No way. Absolutely not. Sidley, thanks for coming out. All right, we'll check you on. I guess I think it's Wednesday is the next game. I think like every other day except for when they do back-to-back nights. So. We'll absolutely see you, Sidley. Thanks for coming along. You know what I mean? You're already hooked. You're already in it. I can see it. You're already back. You're already hooked. So I appreciate that. Ravens just did that because the Titans did the same thing back in Baltimore this season. No way. Did they? Oh, I got to look that up. I didn't know that. Where I am, we don't catch all the Tennessee Titans games, right? Like, we don't get them every week. It depends on who's playing. So I got to look that up then, Lauren. Oh, that changes everything. That changes everything. If you get disrespected, I don't blame people for disrespecting you back. You know, like they can't fight in football. You know, that's where a fight would have happened. If that actually happened the first time, like you're saying, then all it would have taken is for a Baltimore guy to step up, you know, go like this a little bit. And when it's over, it's over. They wouldn't have had to like stomp on a logo to get him back. You know, so, all right, well, if that's true, hey, right on. You know? And guys, see, this is how quick it is to change your opinion. It's really easy. All right? Remember that. Yeah, right. Fight fire with fire. I respect that. I didn't know that. I honestly didn't. I never heard about that first one. So if that's true, then like right on. Totally agree. Then you see my point. The Titans shouldn't have done it in the first place. Because now, you know, they had the football gods come back to haunt them. Sports has a way of punishing the wicked overall. I know it doesn't seem that way. You got like the Houston Astros, whatever it is. Whatever it was, the baseball team that won it from cheating. It's like, yeah, but they won a World Series. Yeah, but they became embarrassments because they did. They didn't just win a World Series and everyone went, oh, they won. They're heroes forever. They won in one of the most epic baseball scandals of all time. Right? Well, maybe not one of the most. I don't know. I'm not that big a baseball fan. So maybe not one of the most. But, you know, you cheat, you're going to get punished in sports. Eventually, it's all coming back around. And the longer you get away with it, the greater the fall when you finally get nailed. Right? Lance Armstrong, case in point. Right? Astros, yes. I guess the only people that have really kind of gotten away with it is the Patriots, eh? Patriots fans are going to hate me for that. But I don't care. My wife and I were talking about this. Actually, not to go off for too much longer, but my wife and I were just talking. She was saying that this only proves that Brady never needed to cheat in the first place. He's on a completely different team, whole new coaching staff, still crushing it. So he didn't need to cheat, right? That's all a Belichick thing. That was her opinion, and I kind of agreed. So what do you guys think about that? Yeah, and the Astros were trying to crawl the Jays out for cheating like 8 years ago. See, it all goes around, man. None of us are clean, you know. They banged garbage cans to tell they banged garbage cans to tell what pitch they were throwing. Yeah, I heard they did that, and I heard again this part was never confirmed nor denied or whatever. I guess it was denied. It was never confirmed by anybody. But they were supposed to be having like almost like heart monitor things up on their chest that vibrated when they got the signal. So they upped it to that. Right? And then like one of the times the guy crushed a walk-off home run and they come up to rip his jersey off, as was tradition for them at the time, but they forgot he had the thing is what they were saying. So he was like trying to cover up and be like, no, like, guys, you can't. What are you doing? And they were all kind of like, oh crap, or whatever. I don't know. So, I mean, I'm telling you, right? Sports has a way of kind of working itself out. If you really believe in the sport, all right? Do you really believe in it? It's got a way of kind of like, it's the most fair thing in the world, I think, sports. And it's not fair. People get screwed in sports all the time. Name your team. Your team has a historic moment where they got screwed. Guarantee you. Guarantee you, unless your team just started, right? Like today, they just got announced today, then maybe you didn't get screwed yet. But it's coming, all right? Every professional sports team gets screwed at some point. So, but that's life too, right? Bad things happen to good people all the time. I feel like in sports, if it keeps happening, there's always that punishment later on, even if it's just disgrace in the media and everything like that. Maybe they don't even get you while you're playing. Maybe you're done for years. You're trying to get into the Hall of Fame. That's when they'll get you then. You can't be cheating. You can't. It always gets busted, and it's the worst. You just are the worst. No one in the leagues respect you after that. Because they're all, it's not just, when you cheat in sports, it's not just winning a game. If that's all it was, I don't think anybody would really care that much, to be honest. These are people's livelihoods. So when so-and-so gets a contract for $12 million because they scored 38 goals this year, or whatever, or 60 goals this year, right? And you've been plugging away with no drugs, no cheating, and you only got 28 goals, you don't get that $12 million. Even if they weren't cheating, they might have only had 20 goals, right? So it's way more, it's way worse cheating in professional sports. The other athletes disown you. Like, they don't want to talk to you ever again. Because you're screwing them out of money, man. Like, this is their jobs, right? So what are you going off of here about? You seriously want to know where Freddie haters are? He's catching fire. Yo, look. So the Jets finally score a goal on him, right? I didn't think it was a weak goal, but I felt like it was a moment where a top-notch Freddie would have made the save. And you look at the score clock at that time, and like the Jets had very little shots compared to Toronto. Toronto, I think at that point, had like almost 30, and the Jets had like 11. That was like their 11th shot or something like that. And they put it right past Freddie. And it's like, that would have been a time to make a save. But it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard for these goalies when they've been sitting around not getting the shots that their opponents are getting, right? So that's really what I think that's what it came down to in that one. I think Freddie was just a little cold maybe throughout the game until later on when he started getting more of an opportunity. Winnipeg was coming back, man, in terms of shots. They almost got it even by the end. So now Freddie's live, Freddie's happening, and boy, did he ever hang on there and win the game for us, The more shots, the better he plays. Yeah, that's a lot of goaltenders, honestly. It's so weird. They're so afraid to, like, give them shots, right? But yet, when they get them, they're more awake. But I still say you need to be careful with that. Obviously, that doesn't mean that you're just going to go out there now and, like, give up 50 shots a game. That's ridiculous, right? But it just means give your goalie the right shot. I always break down a hockey play right from the very moment your team loses the puck, right? You can trace the steps ahead and see, like, as the play develops, there's always two options for every scenario. Do I push them left or right? Do I attack or do I back up? It's always a 50-50 choice. It's just a system of them, right? Which means it's very linear. And if you follow a hockey play, you can see where you can give the least bad solution. If you're going to get beat, do you want to get beat along the side, down the boards, or do you want to get beat up the middle, breakaway on your goalie? These are the decisions that are happening in a split second that you kind of have to get used to when you're an athlete, right? So I got no problem with them setting up each scenario so that by the time it gets to the shot, it's like this simple shot to the chest or a 1T in front where you sprawled across, And if the team can do that for you, the goalie can face 30 plus shots a game, and they're all right here in the logo. Worst place a person can shoot it. Just boom, 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 boom. They're racking up the shot totals, and they're not letting anything in. That's what you hope for, right? That's what you hope for to do it. What are you guys saying now? Roar's in the house. What's up? 55. Roar 55. Yeah, you're a little late. Don't worry. The replay will be up on YouTube. That's how we'll do it. Don't worry. What are you talking about now? You still said about the Pete Rose thing. That's how Nashville wins. They always let more shots against their goalie. It's not a great start, but if you look at, or not a great stat, but if you look at stats, they do great when they are outshot by their opponent. If they're the weakest shots possible, there's no problem. Your goalie can get 40, 50 of them. Who cares? If they're having to sprawl cross crease to bail you out on 2-on-1s, 2-on-0s, you know what I mean? One-timers from the point that you screen them on and they have to go flying out of position. If that's what's happening, then yeah, of course. You know, that's dangerous. You don't want any more than 10, 15 shots of those, right? So that's what I hope they do. I hope they keep playing this nice system of defense. You know, a lot of shots. Stop waiting around for the perfect shot. Get your shot totals up. Because the more you're peppering them with shots, the more they're running around like chickens, you know, getting tired, having to defend you. Meanwhile, you're standing around. That kind of offense is beautiful. Guys, it's about load management. We all learned that from Kawhi Leonard, right? That's what this is nowadays. These guys are all such highly tuned athletes, okay? It's about managing your effort. And if you can have 5 guys setting up around the opposing zone there, just peppering them with shots from all over. You never know which way it's going, right? Those guys defending are scrambling around, having to block shots, you know, get bruises, be huffing air by the end of their shifts. Meanwhile, you stood around going, whoop, pass to you, whoop, pass to you. I think I'll take a shot. It's brilliant, right? You do that, and that means when the other team starts finding it in them to rise up, like Winnipeg tried to do tonight, you still have the strength to pull your 5-on-4 in a penalty kill, block them all out. You're not sweating. You know what I mean? You're not huffing for air because you've been in control of your own physical efforts the whole time. It's load management. So, am I making sense here? Or am I just a guy in my basement rambling away? I hope this makes sense. I hope you guys are digging this, man. You know, you definitely think this game will help Freddie's confidence. I agree, more hockey boy. That's a good point. You know, I think Freddie's been struggling a little bit with confidence. But again, we don't know what's going on in his head, man. I have no idea. We guess based on body language and I don't want to say effort, but like energy in a game, you know? Because you could be putting in the most amount of effort possible that you have in that moment, and it doesn't look very good because you just don't have the energy. You're physically beat, you're mentally beat, whatever it is. It is the most you can do at that point. That is maximum effort for you on that night. And then you'll have 6 guys in the media being like, "Oh, Freddie Anderson didn't try his heart out tonight." Like, come on, you expect more from a guy. You know, we don't know. I try to judge more on the actual things that happened rather than what I think is going on in a player's head. Because I feel like that's kind of not fair. We do it. I'll still do it, but I don't like it as much. Hyman needs to find his inner Gilmore. Oh, I don't know if Hyman's a Gilmore type, though. You guys forget, Gilmore could score a lot of goals, man. I would say Hyman plays very much like Gilmore used to play back then. But Gilmore wouldn't be Gilmore in today's league. Right? These guys, if you took them in a time machine from the 90s and brought them up here, even Gretzky, if you brought them from their time and brought them here, I don't even know if they make these teams today. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I know, it sounds crazy, but I'm telling you, right? Now, if you had Gretzky born the same time as Austin Matthews today, right? Like if it's an alternate universe and Gretzky was born at the same time as Austin Matthews and still had all the DNA that made him Wayne Gretzky, I think he would crush it in today's NHL. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference there. A classic player born in today's realm would still probably make the NHL. They'd find a way. They got it in them. They understand hockey better than you and me. They'll get there. But if you take any of the classic players from about even 10 years ago or more and try and bring them as is into today's game, they get squashed for sure. Right? Am I wrong? Does this make sense? You're saying Kawhi's load management is insane. He played like half the games last year. He played like half the games when he won the championship, right? Maybe a little bit more. If it works and the team's okay with it, like if somebody told me, "Hey, look, I can get you X amount of points and X amount of wins every season, but I can only play half the games. Like it's a guarantee you're going to get this and this from me because I'm that good, but I only play half the games." I'd be like, "Yeah, okay, where do I sign? Let's get this done." You know? So I got no problem with load management. I think a lot of the players should probably do it. Like, why don't they have... Okay, so they got 4 lines, right? 4 lines of forwards, 3 lines of defense. Is that how they rock these days? I forget. But basically, I think they should have another line, another 5 guys that like without any complications with waivers and stuff like that. They should just be traveling around with the team, and every night one of them should be in rather than one of the people that are in. Every night someone should be sitting out, and sometimes it should be your star. I think that's going to be the future. If they were smart about winning over selling tickets, that's what they would do. Absolutely. You know, can you imagine a guy like Matthews getting to miss like a third of the games, and everybody's just cool with it because he gets to rest up and come back and score 4 goals a game? I think that'll be what does it. But then it's like, if you're a ticket holder, you bought, this is the one game you bring your kids to all season. Oh, jeez. Thanks, Lauren. All right, thanks for that. Well, there you go. I hope you're having a fun time. I guess you are, right? You got good points. You got good points in the chat here, man. All you guys tonight, you're on it. You are on it. So thank you for following along, but really also thank you for being a part of this thing in the chat, guys. You and me should chop it up, talking 80s now, 90s to now Leafs. Lauren, I'm going to be here after every game. All right. As long as I can, as long as there's something my kids don't need me to do or something like that. I'll be here after every game. So you're welcome to come on out and talk all the old stuff as well as the new stuff. 90s Leafs, man, that was some good times. I don't think I would be as diehard a Leafs fan today if they hadn't struck when they did. You know, if they hadn't gotten good at the time where I just started really becoming aware. I've been watching hockey since I was like 3, but it wasn't until about 91-ish where I was like really getting to be aware of what players were on the ice. Who do I like? Wendell Clark, my guy, you know? And then that's when they went to 2 back-to-back conference finals, you know, 93 and 94. So, yeah, that really solidified any kind of doubt I may have had as a Leafs fan as a kid. You never know as kids, right? My kids might even decide to cheer for somebody else by now, but I think they get it. I think they get the fun of being a Leafs fan. So, AKZ in the house. Yeah, I think you're just messaging me on Instagram, bro. You're late. Oh, quick. Tavares on fire, Martin on fire. Good night. I love it. Thanks, AKZ, man. Thanks. No, don't apologize, man. I love it. Thanks for stopping by. And yeah, guys, you can DM me on Instagram, okay? Where's my Instagram thing? Is that up here? Do I have that up there somewhere? No, this one doesn't have Instagram. It's got Steam, which is a joke. Oh, and Discord. Okay, I don't have Discord set up, but that Discord thing is coming. And then we'll be able to do like a call-in thing, and I'll be able to talk to you guys. Would that be cool? I'm going to get a Discord set up so that you guys can come on. You know, probably subscriber based, right? To keep it clean. Because I know if you guys are subscribers and you're really down for what we're all about, you know, and you won't be trying to like, you know, drop craziness to start fights, you know? Unless it's good fights. We always like the good fights, right? But yeah, Discord, that's what we'll do. You can go there and do all the different stuff. You can be able to like text about the game while it's going on. We can all talk to each other. Right? Discord, I'm going to set that up. All right. You might even see it up there now. It's the True Believers, because you guys are the True Believers, right? More Hockey Boy. Discord would be really cool. Well, check for it. Like I said, check for it now. Well, after we're done here, we're gonna wrap it up. But yeah, check out the Discord. Look for it, the True Believers, right? I'm trying to see if I can like maybe chat it out. I don't know. You should be able to find it. If not, let me know. Okay, reach out to me on Instagram, True Believer, right? Just like it's spelled right there. Okay, just go there on Instagram. There we go. That's the one. Okay, boom, True Believer. Okay, we'll set up a Discord so that like it starts getting really good with all this stuff. Right? You guys getting sounding off with me and stuff. It's gonna be awesome, I think. Oh, FSC in the house. Good game, eh, bud? Yeah, I was about to peace out, but since you just got here, what do you think? I know you'll go back and listen to what I had to say, but what do you have to say about it first? I want to know. Right? We're just talking about Discord as well, too, FSC. Okay, we're going to get a Discord up and running. You guys get all your hockey water bottles yet? Huh? You can't drink water out of regular plastic bottles, man. You can't do it. Can't do it. You can't drink it out of your glasses. You need a hockey water bottle, okay? They're the big ones, right? With the stupid rubber tops, okay? Like that. They make your water taste ever so slightly plasticky, and it's addictive. All right, so get some of those. You stream the games in Discord every game. All right, well, you know what? Maybe we'll do like a watch party for a game. We'll pick a game coming up sometime. and we'll all have like a big watch party or something like that. That'd be nice. I'm thinking more about in the spring. I don't know when the playoffs are, but if the playoffs go well, if we get there, right? You never know. Then I think that might be a dope thing to do once or twice. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, all right. Well, there you go, guys. That's my 2 cents on what's going on. Okay, that's my puck talk for the night. All right. I hope you guys had a blast. Thanks to all the newcomers for coming out. Keep coming out. You're gonna love it. And we do the video game stuff on Friday nights. Okay, because most times there won't be a Leafs game on Friday night. So you and a couple buddies get into watch a party every game. Into a watch party every game. It's fun. Yeah, well, you know you're at home, right? You're supposed to be staying away from each other, so do it digitally. I love it. I love that idea. I might join you for one of those, dude. Reach out to me. Reach out to me on Instagram, okay? trubeleafer, all right? We'll try and set that up. I think that'd be fun. It might make for a good stream. So, yeah, and Roar, thanks for coming out. Lauren, thanks for joining the party, man. I'm telling you, like, you're going to dig it, all right? Isn't there a Leafs game Friday? Yeah, there might be. And if there is a game on Friday, we'll do this first, just like last week, and then we'll do the video game stuff after about 45 minutes or so, okay? So you can kind of see both. And if you don't dig the video game stuff, you don't have to, man. It's both. It's Leafs and it's hockey, okay? Period. In all its forms. If they start coming out with Toronto Maple Leafs movies, we'll talk about those too, all right? So again, yeah, okay, it's against Edmonton. Good, then we'll be there too. So see you on Wednesday for sure, and then I should be able to see you on Friday as well, all right? And then, of course, Saturday night's game. All right. Is that a lot? You guys are about to get a lot of me in the next little bit. So I hope you don't get Love Guru. I was wondering if someone was going to bring that up. I was wondering if someone was going to... Any movie where the Leafs win the Stanley Cup, spoiler alert, too late after the fact, okay, is a good movie to me. I don't care about anything else in it, all right? Oh, and we don't play Saturday. Okay, so you won't see me on Saturday then. Well, then maybe we'll do the video games then. I don't know, guys. You can't hold me responsible for this. I'm a dude in my basement just trying to make it all happen during COVID, all right? Ease up. So that's it, guys. Bye-bye 2020. Hello 2021. And I mean it, man. I am trying to go for it this year, okay? So we're setting the bar real high. Aiming for that 1,000 subscribers this year. So if you like what you've seen so far and you just haven't gotten around to hitting that subscribe button yet, I'm telling you, let's go for it now. I can wait. Thank you.